Hi everyone, welcome to Water Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not either or any of these blokes. This is Bolognese from Team Efficiency, TE Bolognese from Ray's Clan, and Bolognese plays in the Wargaming Gold League. Team Efficiency are a Gold League team and they're very, very entertaining. A lot of them stream. I'll put a link in the video description below for the Wargaming Gold League website, as well as Bolognese's Twitch stream. He streams a lot of evenings, I guess, and very entertaining player, very good player as well. He's got the Object 907, which is a Clan Wars reward tank. I think about 3 or 4 times this tank has been up for grabs during the Clan Wars campaigns, and you can see Bolognese. He knows what he's doing in it. He's got 2 marks of excellence on that gun barrel as he moves up to the midsection in Cliff to try and spot some of these enemy tanks. Puts a beautiful shot into the side of the Tier 9 Chinese heavy tank, the WZ111 1-4, and you can see this great rate of fire as he puts a shell into the KV4. The KV4 clearly out-visioned and outgunned by Bolognese. It is Object 907. That's 4 shots is put into these enemy tanks, the T-34, the KV4, and the WZ111 1-4. There'll be more about Chinese heavy tanks after this one. There's another replay featuring Bolognese in the Chinese Tier 10 heavy tank after this one. Let's see how he goes on Cliff here. He's already put 1,216 hit points of damage into the enemy tanks, and of course with the low profile of the Object 907, you do get to bounce a few shots. You just saw him bounce a shell from the WZ111 1-4 in this tank, and look, I reckon he's going to probably bounce a few more. He bounces the KV4 as well, because of its, not just its low profile, but also it's quite a well-rounded turret, and you know, the Russian mediums, they're pretty good for armour anyway, and of course with the rounded turret, the Object 907 can be challenging to penetrate. I wouldn't recommend anyone really, if you come up against one of these tanks, I wouldn't recommend trying to get them through the turret, unless that's the only place you've got to aim. Bolognese looking towards the cupola of the Chinese heavy tank, doesn't quite land it, bounces another shot from the T-44, who's sniping him from over here near this M46 pattern towards the west. 0-2's the score now, so he's got a bit of a, certainly got his work cut out for him. Artillery takes a swing and a miss, which is always a pretty good feeling in a medium tank when the artillery shoots your way but doesn't land the shot, and you know you're going to be safe for another 20 odd seconds. 0-2's the score, 2,200 damage done, 1,060 damage blocked. Even though we're only 2.5 minutes into this game, he's already blocked over 1,300 hit points now as he bounces another shot from that T-44. That T-44 really is going to struggle to penetrate Bolognese, especially from a distance over there. But looking at the mini-map, a lot of map pinging going on. Lucky this T-34 is camping back on the red line. He's certainly getting ready to defend that artillery, even though technically, I guess, he's behind the Conqueror gun carrier. I reckon that Conqueror gun carrier might be about to get sent back to the garage, as well as that T-34 camping back there on the baseline. They're down by 5 tanks here. What's Bolognese going to do here? He's up to nearly 3. He's up to over 3,000 hit points of damage now as he goes up towards the lighthouse. You often see medium tanks and light tanks going up towards the lighthouse. He's up to 3,128 damage, 1,310 damage blocked, 1,461 assisted damage. Unfortunately, the scoreboard really isn't showing. How good Bolognese is doing on this game on Cliff. They're down 7-zip. 7-1. They finally get a kill. The Strichwagen takes out the Skoda T50. Pretty handy tank to get rid of, but Bolognese clearly concerned with some of these other tanks back there. Doesn't manage to penetrate the T-34, but he does bounce the return shot, and he knows he's going to beat him on the reload, so he picks up his first kill of the game, getting rid of the American premium heavy tank at Tier 8. Now, focusing on this Batchat 25T, that's the auto-loader. Now, Bolognese clearly could see that the Batchat had already probably fired 1 or 2 shots, and of course he bounced him as well on that strong bouncy turret before the Bulldog in the end picked up the kill. Of course, it's the last thing that Bulldog is going to do, as he doesn't manage to penetrate the VK100A1P. That's a pretty heavily armoured tank as well. Switches to heat rounds. He wants to confirm the kill on this Tier 8 German heavy tank, but now that VK looks like it's pretty well angled behind that house, and artillery firmly focusing Bolognese as well. Bolognese's way. That's that 4 shot. I reckon he's fired 3 shots towards Bolognese at French. Tier 10 auto-loading 4-shot artillery, and I reckon that might have been its 4th shot just there, as Bolognese picks up his second kill, brings his damage up to 4,705. He does cop a damaging shot from the Scorpion G. Of course, that Scorpion G might not have any armour, but it could certainly penetrate, as long as he remains unspotted, I guess, the Scorpion G. It's not going to have too much trouble going through tier 10 medium tanks, even though the Object 907's got a pretty good turret. I think he might have got him on the side there. Bolognese looking towards the ISU, but someone else takes him out. Well done. Shoots towards the T44. Not really sure where that shot went. It might have went through, but I don't think it did. Second shot towards the T44 goes through. 8-10. They're only down by 2 tanks now. And I reckon about this stage of the game, remember they were down 7-1 or 7-0 just a couple of minutes ago. Bolognese thinking, well, here we go. I've got to... I reckon I could do this. Let's see how he goes. 8-10's the score on Cliff. 5,399 damage done. 2.5k block. 1,742 assisted damage. Unfortunately, tanks just keep dropping off left, right and centre. And I think maybe because of that artillery focusing on Bolognese with all 4 shots, I think. He's down to only 193 hit points. So he can't... apart from maybe artillery, is certainly a one-shot for all the other remaining tanks. If they can penetrate a shot, the WZ111-4 getting a little bit of attention from that IS-3 over there towards the central western part of the map. And Bolognese thinking, I fancy myself, but I'll need to shoot him 3 times. And now looking towards the T30. The T30 not in a position to be shot at, as he decides to chip away at the IS-3, takes him down to 558 hit points. Now he's down to 270, brings his total damage count up to over 6,000 hit points. And I reckon he's unspotted now. And they're only down by 1 now, so he's certainly doing his job. 6,347 damage as he shoots and tracks that T30. Unfortunately, that second shot into the T30 doesn't do damage. Looks like the T30 is firmly aiming towards the WZ111-4. One more shot should be enough for Bolognese to kill him, but no, the WZ does it, and that ties it up. Finally, they're back to where they started on an even amount of tanks left on each team. 4 versus 4 now. Team efficiency, Bolognese in the Object 907, WZ, the Super Pershing, and of course the Stridsvagn S1 premium Swedish tank destroyer left up against 2 tier 10s and 2 tier 8s. So the Stridsvagn goes down to the IS-3. He clearly sniped him from around here. Not sure how the WZ or the Super Pershing couldn't spot him, but he could shoot that Stridsvagn. That tells me the IS-7's probably moved right up to where that Stridsvagn was. Tipping the IS-7 probably put a little bit of damage into that premium Swedish tank destroyer. Bolognese thinking it's now or never. Got to get rid of this Scorpion. That Scorpion clearly is looking towards the north, looking towards the Super Pershing, and Bolognese trying to keep behind this Scorpion G. That gun's still not aimed at him, so he knows he's going to beat him on the reload and pick up his 3rd kill. Artillery shoots and misses. He uses his first aid kit to unstun his crew members, and he's driving around because he knows he probably thinks there might be 3 more shells heading his way from that auto-loading tier 10 French artillery. There's another one. Takes him down to 152 hit points. Bolognese finds the IS-3. IS-3 firing high explosive, and that takes him down to 96, but he should beat him on the reload unless artillery kills him. Picks up his 4th kill of the game. 13-4 is the score now. It's Bolognese in his Object 907 up against an IS-7 who was last spotted over there at C5, and the Conqueror gun carrier letting Bolognese know by picking on the minimap where that French artillery piece, where he thinks he might be. Of course, that French artillery is not the slowest artillery in the world. In fact, I think it's about the quickest artillery at tier 10. And Bolognese on 4 kills, 7,782 damage, 2,500 damage blocked, 1,742 assisted damage, and oh my god, what's he going to do there? I reckon he was trying to make him think they were going down there, and then when he went unspotted, he's turned around to go around the lighthouse. I'm not sure if he's going to face this IS-7 frontally though. Do you reckon the IS-7 will be going for the kill, or he's having a pretty good game? The IS-7's on 4 kills. Will the IS-7 be going for the kill, or heading towards the green flag and trying to cap this one out? I've no idea how much health the IS-7's got. If he's on low health, my money's on Bolognese to outvision him and put a shot in to get rid of him. He goes back in towards the middle just in case. I'm not sure if the IS-7's going to be down towards the south, but maybe just looking for a cheeky shot just in case the just in case the artillery maybe went in there. But there's the IS-7. He's got him down to 345 hit points. What's the average damage? 320. So you might be able to kill him with one more shot. I didn't go through the gun statistics. It's a 100mm gun. 320 damage, 264 penetration with standard, 330 with heat. And of course, you're going to have the heat rounds loaded in this kind of situation. That IS-7 with a high roll, Bolognese will be able to kill him. With a standard or a low roll, it'll take 2 shots. So he's moving back away, probably trying to confuse the IS-7. So the IS-7 is not sure where Bolognese will be. Getting back into the low ground on the eastern side of this map. I'm tipping. Okay, he's probably trying to make the IS-7 think that he's heading down here. Maybe looking for artillery, and hopefully you'll find this IS-7 napping. 13-14's the score on Cliff. 8,100 damage done, 2,500 block damage, 1,742 assisted damage, 4 kills. Bolognese is doing this all alone. Let's be honest, the Stritchwagon S1 didn't have a bad game with 5 kills. Not sure which tanks he killed. Probably the smaller ones, because two of the original tier 10s are still in this game. Unlucky not to land the shot on that artillery piece. He does get spotted though, but he knows artillery's not aiming his way because he can see him. And is that Artie going to get cleaned up? He does. Bolognese picks up his 5th kill. Now it's just a 1 versus 1. One high roll into the IS-7 will kill him. He's got 4 heat rounds left. That should be enough. You'd imagine, even if it takes 2 shots, you'd imagine he'd penetrate 2 shots. He knows where to shoot IS-7s. He's done this before. 5 kills. Over 8,500 damage done. Over 2,500 blocks. There's one. He doesn't penetrate. Why did I say that for? He doesn't penetrate. The IS-7, he'll be hoping for a lucky bounce here. Shoots him again. Takes him down to 37 hit points. One more will do it. No, it won't. One more won't do. One more would have done it. Leaves the IS-7 on 37 hit points. Hats off to the IS-7. He had a pretty good game, I guess. We'll see that in the post-game battle results. But unfortunately, it's a defeat for the old mate, Team Efficiency, Bolognese. And just missing out by 37 hit points. I really thought he was going to get that one there, but it was certainly a close game. An Ace Tanker Mastery Badge for Bolognese from Team Efficiency. The Bruiser Medal for doing some modular damage. Duelist, Fired Up 5 for effect. Confederate, pardon me, Confederate for shooting more enemy tanks than anybody else did. The high caliber. And let's have a look. Look at all those tanks that he had a handy deal. Remember, they were down 7-0 or 7-1 after maybe 3 minutes in that replay. He topped the score charts there on both teams. 8,898 hit points of damage, 5 kills, 834 base experience. That's without the double, and that's on a loss. That's not too bad at all. 40 shots fired, 35 hit, 29 did damage. One bouncing shot on the IS-7, I think, is what did it. But you can't. Hats off to him. That was a carry and almost a carry and a half. 2,500 damage block, 1,742 assisted damage. Cost him a few coins, but well worth it for sending the replay to stewiejp at Get On Board Studios here in sunny Melbourne. 12-minute game, 40 shots fired, 35 hit, 29 went through. Unfortunate. He deserved a win, that's for sure. But unfortunately, not on that occasion. As we move on to the second game in this double shot of Team Efficiency, Bolognese full on action. This time it's a WZ115A. Now you saw the tier 9 in that last replay, and that's, to be fair to the poor old tier 9 driver, Bolognese certainly tore him apart in that Object 907. But in this replay, it's in the WZ115A. This is a reasonably new heavy tank on World of Tanks. This is the new Chinese, the second tier 10 Chinese heavy tank, WZ115A. You do see a little bit of this in the Gold League, and if you follow the links below, you'll see Bolognese not just on Twitch, but you also see him on the Gold League season. The season has, I think a little bit to go, but by the time this replay goes up, I'm not entirely sure. Bolognese in the WZ115A. They've lost the tank already. The T49 picked up the kill on that Waffenträger Aufpanzer 4 at tier 9. Bolognese is tracks 8 up that shot from the Centurion 7-1, and he's moving forward now, trying to get into a position where he can start doing some damage. It is a pretty sexy looking tank though, when you look at it. Much better looking than the 113, in my opinion. I mean, I know a lot of people like the 113, and I'm one of them, but this just looks fantastic. I think the camouflage and the high definition model, it just seems to work. It just looks good. And yeah, what are we looking at here? 130mm gun, 490 average damage, 340 penetration. Now that's heat rounds. Standard rounds are armor piercing for 250 penetration. Now it's in the eastern flank on Live Oaks, and it looks like he's just saying, well, we're down by 2. We want to just kick back on this ridge line. Keep chipping away at those enemy tanks. Bounce a bit. Clearly it's got a decent turret, the WZ 11158. Clearly it's got a good turret. And I believe its ammo rack isn't so fragile, I guess is the word, compared to the 113. I was talking to an old mate of mine last night. He seems to he likes them both. He actually prefers the 113, he told me, but who knows? I don't have the 5A yet, so I can't really make an informed choice on the choice between the two tanks. He likes his 113. I've played a lot of clan wars with this guy, and he certainly does well in it. That's probably why he likes his 113. And of course, crew skills are probably going to come into it as well. If you've done what I did and just gone back to tier 9, you're going to have a crew that's only been through tier 9, rather than the big build up all the way from the lower tiers up to tier 10 to get those extra crew skills. But anyway, let's have a look at Bolognese's replay. WZ11158. He's already chipped away 1,405 hit points of damage. He's blocked a decent amount too, 1,560. He doesn't snipe from the red line, this guy. He is right up there getting stuck right in. There's 5 tier 10s on the enemy side. The 113, the E100, the Panzer Kampfwagen 7, Batchat and the Grill. He hasn't taken too many damaging shots. He's still on 1,653 hit points. And he's just working on his positioning, just working out a position where he can chip away at these tanks without exposing too much of his tank. Because from my experience fighting against these tanks, you can generally pen their lower plate. If they're not hulled down, it's their turret that's got good armour. The gun's showing to be a little bit challenging to work with though, but that Conqueror does have a pretty sturdy turret. As Bolognese looking towards, wants to work out where to shoot him. Just there, might do it. Let's have a look. It does for 551 hit points. That's not a bad roll at all. About 10%, a little over 10% higher than the average. His team are down 1-3, so he knows he's got to keep himself alive here. He knows if someone's going to carry this game, he's certainly the man to do it as he looks on this eastern flank on Live Oaks. Lots of enemy tanks there. You can see the E100, the T54E1 and the Grill on the western flank. They're trying to deal with the Batchat and the WZ111-4 on the western flank, but it looks like most of the other enemy tanks are either camping at base or they're down here on this eastern flank. Plenty of red on the mini-map for Bolognese's point of view. Doesn't that Conqueror angling his tank quite well, doesn't manage to penetrate the tier 9 British heavy tank, but he is up to nearly 2,000 damage, 2350 damage blocked, a little bit of assisted. That'll go through, and a friendly Conqueror gets rid of that enemy Centurion 7-1 that Bolognese just put a shell straight through. Now is he looking at a flanking opportunity as he takes the Panzer Kampfwagen down to a one-shot, down to 131 hit points. He'll be regretting rolling too far forward. It looks like some of the enemy tanks looks like they're thinking about running away. Bolognese using his tank in a hull down position. They're using those railway lines as a bit of cover for his hull, and bouncing shots like you wouldn't believe from the Jag Tiger and the Waffenträger Alf Panzer IV. He also just blocked a shot then from the 113 and that Panzer Kampfwagen. He's damage blocked by armour up to over 5,000 hit points. He's certainly doing his job here. 2,880 damage done. A little bit of assisted as well. They're still down by 2 tanks, but I reckon that'll change once they get rid of that derpy derp Panzer Kampfwagen, still sitting on 131 health. Finally, the Panzer Kampfwagen goes down, and Bolognese picks up his first kill, getting rid of the 113. But of course, the convoy goes down pretty quickly, gets a shot into the Waffenträger Alf Panzer IV, still got heat rounds loaded, only 7 heat rounds left. You can see he's running Chinese food as a premium consumable as well, and of course that's going to help his rate of fire, which is also going to help his speed, his reload time, his aim time, all that kind of stuff. And that Panzer, that Waffentrager Panzer IV just got blown away there by not only Bolognese but also the T-54. 7-6 the score now. He's up to 4,800 damage done, 5,500 damage blocked by armour. Clearly looking at the T-54E1. I think that Tier 9 American auto-loading medium tank just turned his turret at the right time or at the wrong time for Bolognese. That's why he bounced off his turret even though he had a heat round loaded. Bounces another shot from the Waffentrager Panzer IV for 750. That tells me that last remaining Tier 9 German tank destroyer, the Waffentrager Panzer IV, is running the 150mm gun, the dirt one, which is going to take him a little bit longer to reload and aim. But of course, you've got to bear in mind he might do 750 damage if he does manage to penetrate. There you go. Landed that shot. That shot just landed right into the side of the turret of the Jag Tiger, and the T-54E1. He's either thinking that he's wasting his time, or he's just maybe the kettle's boiled, or the missus has called him out for a little bit of hanky-panky. Bolognese is going to blow him away now. Do him a favour, send him back to the bedroom, and he can do whatever he likes when he gets back there. Minimap says that there are a lot of tanks in the town, just a Grill 15, as well as that Waffentrager Panzer IV, possibly anywhere near the base. He's switched to standard rounds because he's just auto aims. That's all you need to do. Auto aims on the grill, puts a shot in. The E100 picks up the kill, and of course, the Bolognese doesn't need to do the kills. His teammates are doing it for him. He's on 2 kills, nearly 7,000 damage done, 6,340 damage blocked, 2244 assisted damage. And he starts rolling towards the batch. Oh, the WZ's gone back to the base. And just the E100 and the E75 left in town now, going by the mini-map. The Waffentrager Panzer IV in the middle is probably about to get outflanked by three very hungry tanks, Bolognese being one of them. He wants to make sure this is over 7,000 hit points of damage. He's going for, there he goes, the Waffentrager is saying, no, I'm out of here. The Jag Tiger and the E100 looks like they're going for the WZ back at the enemy base, and the E100 and the E75, I think they're pretty much trapped in town now. They're probably not going to survive too much longer. 10-8's the score. He just mistimes that shot. Looks like did he have a heat round loaded, or is he reloaded it? Didn't quite catch if he already had a heat round loaded. Looking for a penetrating shot into the turret of the Waffentrager. Of course, he might, if he's lucky, he'll get 670 alpha damage out of that heat rounds if he manages to penetrate the turret. He needs to make sure he gets the turret. There he is. Picks up the kill. Still only got 420 damage though, because his teammates had put some damage into BTK Aardvark in the Tier 9 German TD. 12-8 the score now, so the result looking like it's going to be a better result than the game we saw on Cliff. Unfortunately, he didn't manage to aim that shot before the E75 shot him. Takes Bolognese down to 580 hit points, so he can... What's that? That's a one-shot for the E100. It's not a one-shot for the WZ or the E75, but of course he doesn't want to get taken away too early. The two E100s look like having a good old-fashioned brawl in the city. The enemy E100 still on full health, which is unusual to see anyone at full health that's not back at their base at this stage of the game. 5-minute mark has just gone by. They're not going to need 5. You wouldn't think they'll need 5 minutes to get rid of these last 3 remaining tanks: the Tier 9 German and Chinese heavy tank, the E75 and the WZ, and of course that E100. Looks like the E100's getting plenty of attention now in the town. Bolognese fires clutch and doesn't manage to land the E75. His tracks eat the return shot. I reckon Bolognese will be beating him on the reload. The 1,532 hit points up for grabs if he can get some more damage into the E75. The E75 looks like he's running. Is he aiming Bolognese's way? He is. He penetrates a shot into Bolognese. Bolognese puts a shot, takes him down to 1,000 hit points. He doesn't want to take any more damage though. He'll be hoping the E75 is not loading HE, but he rams the E75, and in the end ends up with 8,403 hit points of damage, 6,340 damage blocked, 2,244 assisted damage. You'd hope that his team can finish this one off. Grill 15 on the minimap, you can see he's moving towards the city, looking for side shots into the E100. The T-54E1 picks up the kill on that On that E75 that Bolognese put a ram into, he ended up with 3 kills as well. Certainly having a good game. That E100 in a world of bother now with its slow rate of fire gun. He's getting surrounded, and it's going to be it looks like it's going to be a game 15-10 on Live Oaks, featuring Team Efficiency Bolognese. That's the result he was looking for. He certainly had a good game in the 907, but this one, it's a win, and he's got to be happy with that. It's an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge in the brand new Chinese heavy tank, the WZ111-5A, the Bruiser Medal, Fire for Effect, Confederate for shooting more enemy tanks than anyone else, high caliber. Look at all those tanks that he had a hand in destroying. He had an absolute perler. 8,904 damage, 3 kills, 1404 base experience, 36 shots fired, 30 hit, 19 did damage, 8,904, 6,340 damage block, 2,244 assisted damage. Rest in peace, all those credits, 87,500 credits on a... That's not a profit, that's what he's down, 87,500 credits with a premium account. But there was a lot of heat there, and some of those shots didn't land. And that's, of course, that's going to be an expensive exercise. But he certainly had a pretty good game in that Chinese Tier 10 heavy tank. So there you have it, a double shot of Team Efficiency action featuring Bolognese from Team Efficiency. Don't forget to check out his Twitch streams, very entertaining. And, of course, the WGL season, which I think the season's just about at an end by the time this video goes up, but the finals might still be just around the corner. And there's always next season after Christmas anyway. So thank you very much for the replays, Bolognese. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time.